Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Eagles are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Pats, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Tight end right. Go.
They begin with Henry. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Tight end left. Here we go. 120.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Here we go. Back man. Ramp. 3 down. 5-9. Sunday. Check.
Now Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
Well, that's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Heavy. Here we go now. Green 30. Back it up, Philly. Here we go. Hurry up.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Set.
2nd down. Here's an option right. They find some open field here. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
14 yards is the pickup there on a New England first down. On first down, Abdullah. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go. Green. Detroit. Detroit.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Here we go. 180. 4 down. Ram. Run. Back man. Shift. Ram. Hatchet. Lion. Deuce. Go. Ram.
A first down carry for Henry. And some room to roam now.
Watch out.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Here we go. 4 down.
Dwayne Allen in motion.
Win the rep.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A dump off for Abdullah. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
Let's get it. Set. Green, 39. Mike 51. Mike 51. No. Check. Patriot.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Lucky 56. Hot.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Out. Watch the twist. Watch him now, Barney.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Okay, buddy, I see you. Back 99. Check 25. Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Amir Abdullah, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field, and they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he will lose yardage and be back. Up to the 24.
Check. Crash, crash, crash. Yeah, baby. Woo!
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They'll run it again with Henry. Shifts by him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. 3rd down now following the run.
Man left, man left.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So the Patriots coming out now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Here we go now.
Back's mine.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Barnett continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
No. Check. Patriots. 3-19. 3-19.
This is our time.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
double tight.
Here we go.
What?
And oh, his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB.
Here we go. Three down.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Aguilar has it. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Here's Wentz to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. LeGarrette Blount, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Well, they weren't messing around. First and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
No. Check, Patriot. Over.
Now a play fake here on first down. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Set. Blue, landing.
Dwayne Allen in motion.
Come on, baby, get on your feet.
He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Hurry up.
And they hand it off to Dorsett. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Watch the pass.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Come on, baby, get excited. Let's go.
Watch him now.
Now back to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. Early lead in that one for the Packers. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And an alley to run. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Go. Lady.
Hey, check. 3 down.
Sunday.
Alert, flare.
Tyson. Hey, step. Liz.
36.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Right there. All day, baby. Double tight.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
5'9".
Hey, guys, check me out.
Kill.
What we gotta
Shift together here from the D-line. On the give, this is their fullback. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. LeGarrette Blount, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Over.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. Now the Cowboys have taken the lead in a very offensive-minded game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Back there, Philly. Hurry up, here we go.
On third down, Abdullah. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watch left, watch left, watch left.
Here we go. Waiting.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
To throw, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
There we go. Back man.
Throwing is Wentz. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Hey, watch the ship.
A second down run for Abdullah. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, LR. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignment.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Partner, I know that ball security's preached like crazy, But every now and then, you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Now they try the right side here. And now running right through him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. Wind at his back now in this 3rd quarter. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will get the lead up to 14. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They start the drive with Abdullah. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Left side, it's Dorsett. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's a fumble. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Here we go. We're going to do kill.
Mike's 56. Here we go.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. The Eagles on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. What's that word again? Symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he lost the football. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Patriots have it.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Here's Abdullah running right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Henry out of the pistol. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He has enough for the 1st down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Elsewhere, 2nd half is underway up in Orchard Park. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they gave up the pick-6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defense.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. They'll look to throw, and that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out. Hurry up, Leopard! No. Check. Patriot! All right, now, look at 56. All right, now, look at 56. Get high, baby. Get up. Let's go. Let's do this. Watch him now, Barney. Shift. Watch the shift. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 38-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Let's go.
Now a handoff looking right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Let's go.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Buying time to his left. There he goes inside the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
So in this case, you'd think the defense would be collapsing to the left side of the field, and they forced him to his left. So he just tucked it away and picked up some yardage.
Let's go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flush to his right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Throwing to start the drive. Morris. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Ohio. I want to hear it.
They try the right side with Abdullah. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. New England on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Morris operating from the gun. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. To throw is Morris. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hurry up.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to look. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 11. And the return will stop right around the 25. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A handoff, running left, Henry. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now.
Single.
Let's go.
Morris, off play action. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Come on, let's go.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Morris now on 1st and 10. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Again to Henry. Oh, a nice spin. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go. Blue 58.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
They are in the 4th and Buffalo. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now Morris looking to throw on 2nd down. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conlon. Oh, look at that. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far.
Let's go! Blue 58! Alert! Half!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side complete. It's Payne. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down.
And they give this time to the tailback. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And they have the football and will take over. At the 24-yard line. Now a give. This is Abdullah. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They go with Abdullah again. And he is knocked down from the side, right around the 26. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
To throw on 3rd down, Morris. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on 1st. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
And people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up. Give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. And that lead there for the Rams has extended. They just scored again. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Now a desperation throw. This is caught inside the 15. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Eagles, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0.